you guys want to support us even further, check out our Patreon. The link is in the description. Alright guys, we're in for another epi of 5 for Talking here. I'm with my boy Caps and vegetable lasagna.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Peanut butter Ferrari to the right.
That was actually pretty good.
Should I do it again?
No, what the fuck?
Why would you even convince that?
That was the best
We're keeping this in now just because you
sick,
doubted yourself. We're going to keep that in and let everyone know you doubted yourself.
That was sick, bro.
I'm getting good, man.
Alright, so he's getting good, guys.
Alright, this is the epi question here. We're going to send out some questions that we all wrote down here for each other, and we're going to answer them. Feel free to answer as well in the comments.
Yeah, and ask us questions as well.
At the end of this one, we're not going to be reading the questions you guys post on the last episode.
We'll be getting to that in a future.
Yeah, we'll do a double comment
episode
in the following episode.
All right, so first question right off the bat. What's your favorite kind of tuna?
Bumblebee.
All right. Go. You ask first, and we'll go in a circle.
All right,
circular, like a carousel, up and down and around. All good things.
The motion,
feel the flow.
Okay, who is the best player in the league? NHL, of course.
Take that one for now, man.
Well, I can answer for Nick. He's gonna say Zach Hyman.
Hyman.
It's Sidney Crosby. He's definitely the best player in the NHL. He might lose it soon, but right now, as far as it goes all around, he's the best player.
You're looking at me to answer? Or are you gonna?
I can go. But besides Zach Hyman,
Cam Talbot,
Murrinson.
Oh, that was good.
Crosby is definitely up there. I think Connor McDavid is probably the best player right now.
Okay. That's a little golf clap from the spectators.
Thank you.
What do you do?
I'm gonna pick Sid the Kid.
Sid the Kid. That's a smart choice because you know hockey clearly.
Sid the Kid, man. McDavid, he will be. But Sid the Kid is the best.
The difference is Crosby wins faceoffs. Crosby plays defense. Crosby gets in corners. Crosby can hit people if he wants to.
Crosby's gonna retire early because of
you
concussions.
watch a lot of Edmonton games. Campo.
Yeah, because remember all those times when Connor McDavid won those faceoffs against Getzlaf?
Remember all those times you watched Edmonton games?
Yeah, we did. We watched the whole series.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did. I did.
That's a lie.
I did.
I'm just based on the fact that he had triple shifts. Like, it's insane. You know, like he doesn't. He's playing 100%. And to your point, maybe from the last episode, you may be getting a little tired, but damn, he's still going out. He's still out there.
Can I take my answer back? Erik Karlsson is the best player in the NHL.
Woo! Too late though.
If Erik Karlsson was a forward, he would get 100 points a season.
Crosby's locked in already, man.
Okay, ask your next question because it's a direct follow-up, and then they can both hear where I'm going with this because I'm answering that first.
Oh, because the next question is related to the last question. I see. That's why I was.
Carlson's a good pick too, man. No, I'm gonna be honest.
Who will be next year's all-around star?
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid, because
he's gonna be the best player in the NHL. Is he now? No.
Gonna be.
Zach Hyman.
Gonna be. Locked in? Obviously not. Okay,
dude, if Erik Karlsson can carry over what he's doing this year to next year, he's probably like a great pick, like you said. But Connor McDavid is probably the best player
for future coming. I pick McDavid for this season. It's between Crosby or Karlsson. What about you, McDavid? All right, that's easy pick. He picks
Austin Matthews.
Ooh, this guy has put it out there.
I'm feeling the saucy on that.
Austin Matthews, I think you won't see his true potential for at least another
5 years.
No, it's definitely McDavid, but I just have to throw that out.
Listen, you
guys aren't giving the Leafs enough credit.
Sidebar here.
I'm not dogging.
Sidebar, same thing. I think Nylander is the best player on the Leafs.
Sidebar.
Like
a bar on the side.
a bar on the side.
Sidebar conversation.
That's what it means. You go to the side
I'm
bar.
very confused about where these bars are being placed.
I think Nylander is the best player on the Leafs. I think he's better than Matthews.
I think you're smoking crack.
Did you see what he did today? He literally just skated around the whole team, went around to the middle, made a pass, and got it right back in front of the net.
Okay, do you want to see all the times that Matthews did that? Not just once? Matthews is better than Nylander.
How many
Bargo,
points did
what's your
Nylander
answer?
get? 3 points less?
Bargo, what's your
No,
answer?
a lot more. A lot less.
What's your answer?
For what?
Who's the best fucking upcoming player?
Oh, I said McDavid.
Oh.
Oh, at the
Next
beginning.
question?
Yeah, next. I'm moving again? Is
No,
this just a
go
Bargo
Nick.
Epi question?
And the question was the best upcoming player.
No, that you already answered.
No, it
it.
wasn't that. It's who will be the next all-around star.
Okay, go. Your question. Ask a question.
Me?
Ask a question. He's got like a whole
No,
bunch.
you
Let
go.
him
He doesn't get to go all in a row. It's your
Why not?
turn. Because I don't
He
want to.
already asked
I don't
like
want to
two,
hear.
didn't he?
I don't want to answer all his questions straight. Then he gets.
But
all
I
the
want to
questions.
answer his questions, bro.
Because you guys
Go
like
ahead,
my
go ahead,
questions.
go ahead. Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
got
Go
some
ahead.
good effing questions.
Go ahead.
It's a
Got some good
question,
questions, man.
All
I like
right.
his questions.
What will come first? A cup repeat or a Stanley Cup to end Canada's drought?
Neither one.
One
It's
of
going to
them's
be
gonna happen
Nashville
this
or
year.
Well,
Anaheim.
if Pittsburgh wins it this year, then right?
It's going to be Nashville. That's my pick.
I mean, like, even this year, if Pittsburgh doesn't win and Ottawa doesn't win, they're still like...
Yeah,
how
Ottawa.
many
Yeah,
more
and then
years, you know
Ottawa
what I mean?
and
Like, next year, the
and
year after.
Edmonton can definitely have a chance to.
Like, if Pittsburgh doesn't win, there's no chance of a repeat for a very long time.
Aside from this season and Ottawa being where they are, the only two teams, Canadian teams, that really have a chance to do it is Toronto or Edmonton. And Toronto's not there yet.
Toronto's definitely not there yet.
But they have the
Ottawa
potential
have a
to
chance.
do
Has a
it.
chance
Ottawa
next
has a
year.
Yeah,
chance to
right
do it
now. But
Yeah, they might have. If they
are they
keep
going
the
to be
same
able to
team,
get
they might be able
everybody
to do it this
back?
year.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Canada win. Canada.
Yeah, I say Canada as
I
well.
would say that.
Canada wins a gold medal.
Yeah, sure.
No, I would say a repeat of whatever you call it, Pittsburgh this year.
A repeat cup? I don't think Pittsburgh's
Are
going to
we?
win it all this
Are
year.
we gonna? So like you're saying, like this includes this year.
This year,
Or-
next year, fuck 30 years from now.
If we're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go with
This
my
year?
original choice. I'm gonna
Canadian.
say Canadian team.
Do you
Same
think
here.
Wait,
it's gonna
what?
happen this year?
What are we
Not this
talking
year.
about?
Like, are you even listening to the question?
Yeah, this year. So how are we talking years from now? What are you talking about?
He
No,
said-
I said what's
His-
going to come first. I didn't say this year what's going to happen.
A cup repeat is going to happen before a Canadian team wins the cup.
Okay,
Well, that's your answer.
That's your answer.
But not for-
Congratulations.
but not for
Thanks for
Pittsburgh.
listening.
Sorry, next one.
Well, when you say what's going to come first, you're talking about this year. That's what I'm thinking. There's a Canadian team in it, and
It's a
Pittsburgh's in
possibility.
it. So
Anyway,
that's
But there's
a
a
repeat or a
possibility. Yeah,
Canadian
there's a
team.
possibility of both happen. Yeah, there's a possibility. But
So
what
we're
he's
saying
asking
Ottawa's going
is,
to be Pittsburgh.
yeah,
Yeah, and I'm saying
And we both
Nashville or
picked
Anaheim will be
Pittsburgh.
either one of those teams
Why?
because they're both better.
No, they're not.
okay. So what he's saying is, okay, let's say Nashville wins this year. Okay,
Next year. Is
next
Nashville
year
gonna win
not.
again?
That question.
No,
Or is Edmonton going to win?
No, but I think that will
You know what I
happen
mean?
first.
I don't. Alright. Should I drop the little Gary question?
I don't know. Do whatever you're feeling.
Go for it.
Because I have one more after this one. So should I waste it or should I?
Yeah, go for it. No, go for it. Go for
All
it.
right. If you could ask Gary Bettman one question, what would it be?
Can you please take out the instigator rule?
Can you please let them go to the Olympics?
Jeez.
It's
Can you
it's a
please?
close
That's a good
question
one.
between why haven't you quit and we want more fighting. Please, can you do that? That was made it a question.
No, can you please
Question,
let them go to
Gary?
the Olympics? Is the question I want.
I don't care about the Olympics.
Can you please bring back Quebec?
Yes. Okay.
My question is
Okay. I
what?
feel that question.
Like my answer to that question before you said that was, what other teams are we expecting to see? Like, what expansions are we going to make? Like, more Canadian teams because we're well outnumbered.
The next place getting a team is going to be Quebec City, unless somehow Seattle pulls off their little magic trick that they're trying to do.
Seattle Seahawks.
I don't know if Seattle. He's actually thinking about going to Seattle. I think at one point, did he think about going
Seattle's
to Kansas
trying
City?
Yeah, but you can't. So you already have a team in St. Louis. You're just going to steal all their fan base.
Well,
Listen, Seattle's not a bad place. That's a place where they have winter. There's a lot of hockey fans there. And they're trying to force it. All those companies, like the owners of what's that place called? Those new stores that are opening everywhere. That they close all the Sears and they open them.
Peter Forsberg.
Nordstrom's.
Peter Bondra.
The Nordstroms are all. He got 8 less points than him, Nylander, to a thing.
Yeah, congratulations, Matthews.
Yeah,
did better.
congratulations. He didn't do better.
Yeah, he
It's
did.
taking 2 years to tell us that.
Congratulations. Who was questioned and who was playing on
Nordstrom,
like the
they're
fourth line?
building the whole thing. Not Nylander's on his line.
Not the whole year. He got dumped because he wasn't performing.
Nylander was on the first line.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was, man.
No, he
you don't know
wasn't.
anything.
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. How long was he on that line for?
He wasn't. He played with him at the beginning. Then he got dropped because he wasn't performing, and then they brought him back up.
Either way, Matthews is a way better player. I don't care what
Ready?
anyone says.
Ready?
Yeah, agreed.
Go.
First line was Komarov, Kadri, Marner. Second line was Van Riemsdyk, Bozak, Nylander. Third line
No, it
was
was Marner.
Yeah, it was Marner.
Marner was never on the same line with Kadri.
yes, he was at the beginning
No,
of the
he wasn't.
season.
Okay, how much you want to make a bet? I'm doing this right now.
Go okay,
On
look
record.
it up.
Let's go.
Just look it up and
Let's
show
go.
me. Just look it up and show me then.
Make
Okay,
the bet.
I don't need
you're
to
the
bet
one
you.
that
Just
said-
look it up and show me.
Why don't you look it up? You're the one that
I
mentioned
don't
it.
need to look it up. I know what's true.
Okay, Marner was always
Okay.
on the same line
So
with
then,
Bozak and Van Riemsdyk.
okay, so then even if I'm wrong, Nylander was on the first line then, and he didn't get dropped to the fourth line. He got dropped to Matthews' line, which was the third line, because he wasn't performing.
That's
He
fine.
never got dropped to the fourth line.
That's fine. But at the
I
end,
was
but at the
exaggerating
beginning
when
of
I said that,
the
but he got
beginning of the
dropped.
year, he was playing with Austin Matthews, all right, and then he got dropped.
No, he
He
went
got
up
dropped,
the lines.
but he got dropped. Okay, I see where you're going with this, but the fact of the matter is, he got taken off that line. Does that make more sense? He got taken off that line
For a shake-up.
because he was
Best
not
player on
playing
the
well.
Leafs. Oh, obviously next to Zach Hyman, but
Y'all ready for this? Greatest flow in the Chell.
explain that question.
Okay, the flow part or the Chell part?
Like the idea of what you're saying, in case people don't understand what you're saying.
The hockey flow. If you watch hockey, you know hockey flow.
Yes, hockey
Their
flow means
haircut.
your
Their
haircut
haircut.
only.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
That's what your hockey
No, it
flow
doesn't.
is.
A mustache.
Yeah, but
Nice
that's hair.
chins. Like Brent Burns has got a nice little beard.
Ah, you took
hair.
my pick, man.
Okay, let's go
I would say Brett Burns and
It's all time. It doesn't have to be right now.
Yeah.
Let's go all time.
Okay, let's go right now.
Right now, Brent Burns, all time, Yager.
Fuck, I want to see Eric Carlson, man. He's got some fucking...
Eric Carlson's my pick right now.
He's got
Did you
some
see him out there
blocks on it.
yesterday?
Yeah.
That guy was cruising.
Eric Carlson right now probably, and Yager all time.
Guy Lafleur, man, are you guys crazy? No helmet out there with the friggin' hair flapping around.
So there you go. There's your
And you
pick.
got even more legendary ones because Fedorov like somehow always lost his helmet. I was like, oh no, the helmet's got him on a breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he knocked it off when he was skating
There's
down
a
the
lot
ice.
of them for a nice flow.
Guy Lafleur.
All right, nice pick.
Oh,
So you're done?
Yeah. See, you made
No
him
more
kill all his questions. Go
Oh,
ahead.
well, yeah, man.
You made him
So,
do it.
now
I'm
answer
blaming
your
you.
little questions. All the
Okay,
work
blame
you
it
guys
on
put
me.
in.
You want to do yours? Or you want?
Answer your 1-2 questions.
Or should I do mine?
I'll ask one. You ask one.
All right, I'll ask a question. Okay, best line ever.
Pop. It's in you.
Cheers.
Um,
Hide your logo.
I don't know. That's a really difficult question.
No, it's a Yager and Lemieux.
Yager
Or
Lemieux.
what, brother?
Kevin Stevens.
I'm pretty sure that's what the line was.
That was the line. No.
Twas. I checked it last night while you guys were arguing about it.
Then that's the best line of all time.
I can agree to that because I checked the stats and they are phenomenal.
So that's it. That was.
Um.
I don't know. Solani Korea
That
is
was
a
good
pretty
line, too.
fucking good line.
Yeah, Solani, Korea, Gretzky,
Curry.
Curry,
Sakic,
Tikkanen.
Forsberg, if you got them out there ever together.
What was,
Oh, wait,
what was Gilmore's line?
Whoa.
What was Gilmore's line?
Wendell.
Gilmore,
I think it was on the
Andrewchuk.
second line, though, wasn't it?
It was Gilmore, Andrewchuk,
Chuck
and
and-
someone else. And Wendell Clark was on the second line.
Yeah.
He didn't even play together. Him and
Andrewchuk was a way
Like on the
better.
power play, yeah, but like
I remember, like, I don't know if I'm
when they brought
remembering this
Clark
right.
back.
Wendell was defending Dougie in a couple fights or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought they played on the
Yeah.
same line.
Yeah, but I can't remember who was on that.
Dougie doesn't need help.
Yeah, he needed
Hey
help.
man, Sundin Roberts and Alexander McGillney.
Tasmanian Devil.
Ooh. Yeah, but if it was good McGillney, well, he was pretty good still.
No, McGillney was beast. He was a beast.
He was
Like
rolling.
at some point in Buffalo, it must have been McGillney, LaFontaine, and Andrewchuk. It had to be at some point.
Well, definitely LaFontaine and McGillney. But
That's a pretty good one. I don't know.
even like when Hasek was playing for him, like they said, I had a sick first line. I think it was Briere, Maxim Finiganov, and I can't remember who was on the other side. But
Wasn't it
plays for
like
Buffalo.
Vanek or something?
Vanek. Thomas Vanek. But they had a sick line too. But yeah, it was a lot of.
I had one in my head.
Lines.
I was thinking my brain thinky things.
The Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
John Leclerc, Eric Lindros.
That was what I was gonna
Michael
say.
Weber.
How the hell did you read my mind?
We're
Who?
in sync.
Did you see Mark Webber?
Mark Webber.
What's Mark Recchi?
Great minds think alike.
Oh, the Philadelphia line.
That I take it
Those
back.
were
That
sick.
that's the best line.
Okay, let's get a couple more questions though.
All right, I got one. In the expansion draft, if the Leafs do lose to someone, who is gonna go?
Well, that's why they re-signed Ben Smith.
How's Ben Smith?
Their fourth line shitty player. They're trying to re-sign some of these guys that didn't work out for them, so that they can
Dump him.
dump them after.
I
exactly it.
I don't think they're gonna protect Bozak, and I think there's a chance we'll lose him.
How many players can they protect? All forwards?
8 forwards, 3 Ds, and a goalie. I think.
Kadri.
Maybe
Mark
JVR might be sacrificed.
Soshnikov. They won't. I don't think they'll take JVR for the contract.
Yeah, they will. They'll protect.
Yeah, or Uncle Leo.
No, I think it's gonna be maybe Soshnikov.
Matt, what's his name? Merchant.
Yeah, well, you can only hope.
Can only hope.
I'll give you them. You don't even have to pick them. You could just have them.
Take him.
I would have gave you Dion Phaneuf too.
And how about coach? How does the coach go?
They have to sign a coach.
coach.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I think they have the guy from Pittsburgh's backup, don't they? Maybe you went to the Islanders. I don't know. You got any
Who
more?
else has got a question? You
brain
guys
busters?
had 2, I think, right?
What was that?
No, I had like
You
3.
guys had like 1 or 2 questions?
Yeah, I was gonna. It's funny you mentioned the Legion of Doom line before. I was gonna say if Lindros never went to Philly and he stayed with Quebec, do you think they would have been as successful?
Yeah.
Does he still lose half his career?
Oh,
Yeah.
that stays the same. You can't. That's hypothetical.
Then they win that one cup and they don't win the
you
second
think
cup.
Lindros would still win a cup with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have the craziest 2 center lines. Like you have Lindros on one line and Sakic on another line. That's insane.
How do you think Forsberg would have worked out in Philly?
I don't think it would have been the same.
I don't think it would have been the same either because they had like their bully thing going on when Lindros got there. Big bodies hitting hard.
Don't forget he did get
Forsberg's a
there
different style.
eventually.
He did. He did end up in Philly.
Yeah, he
didn't
did. He did.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
I got some more. Do you want to go with yours or?
Yeah. Okay, so you're the Toronto Maple Leafs. Right now, I don't care when it is.
Is this
because
the argument that we had
asking me
yesterday?
questions about it. No.
Go.
You have to take one of these '90s like classic captains. Okay.
Clark.
No, I didn't pick him because he's trash. I would have took Gilmore over Clark.
Come on. You did not just say that.
Yeah, I would.
Tasmanian Devil.
Well, Clark was a captain for like 3 years, and he wasn't even a good player. He was like a 4th line player. Okay, anyways.
I just blocked it. I didn't hear that.
Joe Sakic, Steve Yzerman, Mark Messier, or Trevor Linden?
Matson did.
Joe Sakic, Steve Yzerman. What was the other ones?
Mark Messier and Trevor Linden.
In the 90s?
90s.
If I had to pick one of them in the 90s?
Like, you pick a 90s captain to be on your team right now.
Joe Sakic.
That's tough.
Steve Yzerman.
I would pick Stevie. But I have...
Steve Yzerman was the most talented and probably, like, if not the best, he was on par with the rest
he's
of
one
them
of my
for a
favorite
captain.
players of all time. Like, he's up there in the top 2, for sure.
I would say Sakic.
Sakic's not a bad choice. They're all
I'll
good
say
choices.
They're all good choices.
The weakest one, like, skill-wise, is Trevor Linden, but he was a good captain.
He was a good captain.
What about you, Kit?
Joe Sakic.
The only reason I picked him, too, is because I have him in Hut.
The only reason I picked him too is because Bargo has him in Hut.
The only reason I didn't pick him is because I picked Steve Yzerman.
Steve Yzerman is my favorite player, man. One of them. It's up there. That's
All right,
what I
go.
was,
Question, man.
Another one? All right. So, you're GM of the Stars. What do you do next season? I mean,
I try to sign some players in the off season.
but do you get rid of some of these players, or
You do
'cause you
can't.
just got Ben Bishop, you just hired Ken Hitchcock, who's a defensive-minded coach. All right, what do you get rid of some players? Do you get rid of Lettinen? Do you get rid of Antoniemi?
One of those goalies has to go.
You have to hope that Las Vegas wants to take one of them.
Yeah.
Because you're not dumping those contracts on anybody.
Do you do something with Sagan? Do you
UK, that's what you do. That's
Spezza,
what you do. You do not re-sign Sharp because he's a free agent. You do not re-sign Hemsky unless you get him really cheap. And you re-sign Hudler if he takes a low contract. They need a defenseman. They need an experienced defenseman. Because their D line is way too young. They have no experience at all. They're a good team.
They need to pick up.
They should be making the playoffs. I
signings.
cannot believe that they did not make the playoffs.
Yeah, for a team that had like over 100 points last year and barely cracked 80 this year.
With a better team this year, they had.
How was it? Like, did they struggle with injuries this year?
They did.
Because Ben and Sagan didn't really have a lot of points.
You're right. Usually Huller, I believe, struggled with injuries.
Sagan got injured, and so
Sagan
did Ben.
got injured, and obviously Lennon and Niemi did not play well at all. So
They're at a point in their career.
Yep.
Let's see you later soon.
So, yep. Those were my questions.
You got any more brain busters in your book?
Who do you?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
You got any?
I can go through my.
Did you want to talk about that coach one?
Do you really want me to tell you about it? You didn't seem very excited to hear about it yesterday.
Well, you threw me off guard. I was we were playing NHL. I wanted to go to sleep, and then you just like gave me a second win, pretty much. Go ahead. Because I never heard his
Okay.
side. Like,
Do you think?
I stopped talking.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to, in the easiest way possible. Do you think Mike Babcock is? I mean, like, we know he's good. It's not a question. Is it Mike Babcock? Was it Randy Carlyle and Ron Wilson's fault and Paul Maurice's fault that they couldn't win, or was it? Is it just that I think it's Mike Babcock was handed gold, and they had trash.
So, what is the question?
Do you think that Mike Babcock is the reason for this, or do you think it's just the team that he has right now?
I think Mike Babcock is.
I think he is part of the reason for this.
Yeah.
100%.
But do you think that Randy Carlyle was the reason that they were losing games?
No. Yes and no.
Randy Carlyle won a cup in Anaheim.
They're all.
He
I
brings
think
us
they're
to
all to
playoffs,
blame.
too, so
They
What,
brought him
in
to the
the half
playoffs,
season?
but the
so what? It
Doesn't
matter.
count.
they brought him to the
Season wasn't
playoffs.
raised.
But the fact of the matter is, he is to blame because he said himself he was too lenient with these guys. All right. If the accountability is there and you buy into the system of the coach, you're gonna play well.
It's him and it's not him. Like, these players that they brought in to do certain things, they weren't the right players for that. Like, Phil Kessel's not a leader. Dion Phaneuf is not a leader. You brought those guys in to win games. Those two players by themselves are not going to win you anything.
Listen, but since Phil Kessel's been gone, hot dog sales are way down.
Yeah. And the flute playing guy, what's his name?
So if Babcock was put into that situation, do you think they would have done better?
No. I think that
the
was
only reason
the team.
maybe is because he realizes the potential of each player, and he'll see that Kessel is not one of those players where he needs to be playing every minute. He's not the golden goose. He's not the guy that we need to do it all. Like, look how much better Kadri is playing without him. With Babcock, sorry.
Because they've bought into the team's system. That's what they do.
But that's what Mike Babcock made them believe.
The other guys couldn't do that because you had guys cancers in the locker room, like Phil Kessel and Joffrey Crappy Lupo.
Exactly. But who couldn't turn them around to the system? Randy Carlyle. Like, if it needed to work and those players were brought there for it to work, they're not
But if you put
following
Phil
the system.
Kessel right now with Mike Babcock, he would have got traded because he's not going to work.
Yep.
No, Babcock would have made it work.
No,
he
yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
He
I
wouldn't
think it would have
work.
worked. Yeah, he would.
It's a
He would.
possibility.
You want to know why
Might
Phil
be able to make
Kessel's
it work.
working in
He would.
Pittsburgh?
You put him on the third line in the Leafs, same shit.
The reason he works
Yeah,
on Pittsburgh is
yeah.
because he doesn't matter there, so they don't care what he does. You don't want to come to practice, whatever. We don't care. You're just a guy on
Yo,
the team.
Tanya, who knows the Leafs lines? What's the Leafs third line?
Matthews, Hyman, and Nylander.
So you're telling me Kessel instead of Hyman would make that much of a difference?
Yeah, but Kessel is the problem. Not that he can't score goals.
But when you bring these other players, he doesn't need to be that cancer. He's obsolete in the Pittsburgh locker
Yeah,
room.
because Pittsburgh has Sidney Crosby. We don't have anyone even close to that, let alone a Malkin.
We will.
We don't even have anyone close to that.
We will.
We will in 10 years.
No.
10 years.
No, we have a Matthews. So
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, no, we won't will. There is no other Sidney Crosby except Connor McDavid. And no one else for another 10 years will be on that caliber of a player. Sidney Crosby is almost like a top 10 all-time hockey player.
I think the
Almost.
Leafs will have a lot more skill than Pittsburgh
I think
in
so
like
too.
about 5-6 years.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say
that's what I'm
even less.
saying.
I'd say even less.
In
time.
5-6 years, Phil Kessel's going to be too old to do anything. He's already fat.
He was always fat.
He's always fat. He refused to do training.
Yeah, that's probably like the reason
Like,
why
I
he was
clearly-
let go.
I clearly watched a video of him on Instagram of him swallowing a hot dog.
What?
But it is. It's true.
That was
That's, yeah, I've seen that video as well.
What did he
That's,
say? What does he say when he does that?
It's hilarious.
Just saying.
We got
Just
like
saying.
Just four minutes left.
I'm just
Just
saying.
4 minutes left. It's one of the biggest reasons why he was let go, because he's not a team
He isn't.
player.
He's not there.
He's not a team player, but there's coaches who allow it and coaches who don't. You're on the
Listen,
team. You're getting paid
This is,
shape
how
up
I want you to look
or
at it.
shape down, and you get sent down to the Marlies.
The NHL is like 7-Eleven, okay? The Leafs are like the family, and Phil Kessel's the guy swallowing the roach.
But when you
That's my analogy.
when you bring in a coach, if you hold your people accountable and they buy into your system, there's always that chance that they could play better.
It's a different story, man. If the coach doesn't allow it, the coach doesn't allow it. Phil Kessel will perform.
I just think that Randy Carlyle was too lenient on some of these guys.
I agree. And I think if Babcock was on that team, they wouldn't have won a cup. But they would have done a lot better, I think.
I think they would have done a lot better too.
But this is the thing. Randy Carlyle is a really good coach.
Yeah,
Ron Wilson
that's
is
what's
a really
disappointing.
good coach.
And that's
I'm
what's
not-
disappointing.
Paul Maurice is iffy, but he's doing
he's
well.
admitted the
I'm
fact
not
that he
denying
made a
that.
mistake.
I'm not denying that.
Paul Maurice won a cup with Carolina. He's doing a pretty decent job in Winnipeg. Stunk it
Yeah.
up with the Leafs like no tomorrow. Ron Wilson came from like 17 straight winning seasons and then came to the Leafs and it was like game over.
Okay, and back down Babcock talking about the Golden Goose. Handed a Golden Goose, is that what you said?
He not just one Golden Goose, an entire team of them.
Yeah, so the team is a Golden
And a
Goose.
Marlies team with that just constantly like producing these guys. Like I don't understand.
And yes, he does have a Golden Goose. Were your expectations as high as they succeeded this year? From the beginning of the season?
Not even close. They
So
surpassed it by like 10 million times
Because?
because their team is good.
Because?
Their team is good.
Yeah,
Babcock.
why is their team as good? Why
Because
is
they
their
have
team-
Babcock.
Austin Matthews, Mitch
Babcock.
It doesn't
Marner.
matter, man. You
Babcock.
still need a leader, a coach
Babcock.
to actually put
Okay.
it together.
We're-
Look at me.
Babcock.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
how much of a
Babcock.
factor is the coach on Pittsburgh? Zero.
Bullshit!
No, he's right.
Bullshit!
You think that
This coach came in halfway through the season because the last guy
you think
did
Joe
shit.
Quenneville is winning
Oh, come
championships
on.
in Chicago?
Are you kidding me?
The players didn't perform
The
in
players
Chicago.
come together and buy into a system because the coach has a plan. Would you agree or would
Yes.
you not agree? Okay, so if you buy into the system and you buy into
Okay,
the systems, the
this
coach's
is the thing,
system,
though. You
they
have
are going to play
you
well.
have a half a team that are fresh minds for him to mold. You gave him something to start with. He's building his thing, like Greg Popovich. You gave him a fresh team in San Antonio, and he built that team. If you just threw Greg Popovich and you said, go fix LA right now, it would take him so many years to do it. He's not just going to fix it because those guys have been in the NHL.
Yeah,
they don't
but
care what the
that's
coach
what
is coming
Babcock
in.
did to the fucking
You have
Leafs.
hotheads like Phil Kessel. They don't care what the coach is telling them. The guy, I score goals. I don't care.
Yeah, that's not what happens in.
But that's
Toronto
the whole
locker
point of buying into the
But I'm
system.
just saying
Yeah.
but that's why he has these guys now. This is the time to do it.
So what
And
are you
the
saying,
team
then?
he has a better chance doing it now than if he just got thrown in with all those veterans before and was expected to do it.
Well, you have to remember when last year when he came here, who did we have? We didn't have Marner, we didn't have Matthews, we didn't have Nylander. You know, these
He's
are all-
good. I'm not saying he's not good, but even when he was on Detroit,
He's above good.
Because-
even when he was on
Babcock took over.
even when he was on Detroit, but
Who's
Detroit was a
Babcock? He doesn't
really
matter.
good team.
No, okay, yeah, but that same team could have said, you know what, go You just saw
Well, look at him
play.
2 years out of Detroit.
Yeah, but
how
Scotty
much they
Bowman had
dropped.
already built them into this team.
Yes, and that's the
Yeah.
reason. And that's
Look how
and
much
then
they
Babcock
declined
took
since
over.
he left.
Look what happened to Detroit.
Look how much they declined.
Yeah,
since
but
he
there's
left.
nobody
They didn't even make the
there.
playoffs the first
Yeah, there
time.
is.
No more
5 years.
Lindstrom. No more. All of a sudden, who's their goalie? He just stopped playing good.
When did
He just
Lindstrom
gave up.
retire?
Yeah, and what
Like
else
3
did we
years
say?
ago.
Last year,
Longer than
Babcock
3
was
years ago.
gone, right? And they did
But I'm
shit.
saying Datsuk was done. Zetterberg's
was
not
there
playing like
last year. Datsuk
Zetterberg
was
anymore.
there
I
last
know,
year. Yeah, he
but he
was.
wasn't playing good.
So
The team was winning and making the playoffs.
But as
Yeah,
soon as Babcock
yeah,
left that
yeah.
position,
So what's your
fell
point?
The
apart.
team
Who's
literally
gonna
went like
disagree?
He
this.
wasn't
since
on their
left.
team last year. He
The
was-
year before.
They were
Yeah.
good. They were good the year before. They
Yeah,
did
they
good.
had everybody in place, and
Guess
all the
what happened?
contracts
As soon as
expired.
Bab-
Everybody left.
that last
Franzen
year,
got old. Everyone's
Babcock
old.
left that year, and guess what happened? Detroit went on a downturn.
They declined.
Yeah.
The Leafs are winning right now. The games and their success is based off of Babcock.
makes a big difference on any team.
Listen, it's the argument isn't is Babcock good. The argument is Babcock was handed a better team than those guys. And my argument that a part of this question that I'm trying to say is, do you think those guys were bad coaches, or the team was just so bad and they try to blame the coach for it?
No, both.
Both.
The team
Both.
was bad.
They've admitted that they did a bad job with that.
Yeah, and the team was
They,
bad.
they themselves
That
admitted
team was brutal.
All right, let's wrap it up here, boys.
Wow, that was more than 4 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, way more.
Well,
Anyways, Mike Babcock, I like you.
because of Babcock.
If you want to come over for tea, I will make you some.
This guy's a tea and crumpet kind of gal.
Guy jogs around. You might be able to recognize him. He always wears Leafs gear when he goes
Does
for a
he?
jog.
Shouldn't have told him he's in a creep.
No, I'm just saying, man. There's actually a couple people that ran into him too.
All right, guys, this ends the episode of Questionnaires. Don't forget to throw up a like, comment below, let us know. We'll be answering the questions in 2 episodes from now. Thanks for watching and subscribe.
Subscribe.
That's it.
Hey, what's up, guys? We here at Roblox Games put a lot of time and effort into our content, and it would be very much appreciated if you could drop a like on this video, and if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to our channel for more content.